of the worst service things I've seen in a while. Like I've seen servers that have a hard time or a hard day and night. This was fucking horrendous.
That makes me sad about Red Lobster because I mean it's Red Lobster. It's the biscuits.
I know you know something. I call it the McDonald's of seafood. Only because Jakai know how to make them shits. I don't even need to go there no more.
That's the only thing I used
And
to go
then,
there for.
you know the wild out about it. We was there for at least the minimum, and I'm being very gracious by saying an hour, because when we left, when we got there, it was light, and when we left, it was dark. No biscuits. We took the biscuits home. It was good. It was hot. You had to mention the biscuits. Oh my God. Nobody brought you any? Yes. So when I tell you the service was bad, it was bad.
Saying subpar is
it's just that is
graceful.
Very graceful.
That's very graceful.
Very graceful. I'm like, oh man, I'm good. We had better service at Waffle House the other night.
Man, that was funny. That was funny. Every single time I go out to restaurants, I always get reminded why I don't like going out anymore. I keep telling, and I'm like, yo, at this point now, and I've said it to a couple people, I was like, I just want to switch to just cooking and doing everything at home. Like I want to just, I wish I could go to that market. I want to go to that fresh food market so bad, but I'm like, it's like every single time I go out, I'm just like, I don't want to pay for this. It's like every time, and it's not. I mean, sometimes the food is just like, man,
it's good. It'd be. I'm more of a. If the drinks is good, you know, we have to go to places that I normally go to. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the financial portion has been a factor of places to go and quick. I'm not looking to spend any time in there, but I'm almost positive. I definitely know you're like Mojo's. Hold up.
TBH. And it's not one of the only reasons I keep going. Actually, it's not even a reason at all. I just love the place. But there's the one place that people know I will always go back to, regardless. Yep. Because every single time, it's like I always know what to expect, and somehow, some way, they just outdo what I think they're gonna do. And I'm like, I know you guys are gonna do great. Then I get the burrito, and I'm like, this is amazing. And you know, now I'm like,
I wish I would have.
Is
they close at 10?
Oh,
they close at 10.
That's bummy.
That is
not to Mojo's, but just the time.
Yes.
Shout out to Mojo's though for holding it down.
So, we'll figure that one out.
Yeah,
we'll get it. We'll get it right.
Oh, but yeah. So, skill and talent. Skill and talent are so interesting. Everyone talks about them, and I actually had a conversation with a friend. It was actually this morning. As of July 2nd on Tuesday. The fun. It was an interesting thing where we were talking about how I think skill has more consistency than talent, as far as like you'll always kind of know what to expect from it. Talent is it's a gamble because you never really know what you're gonna pull out from it. And so we were just talking back and forth about like skill and talent, like how some of our friends are skillful and some of us are talented. And I think that some people cater to their talent by becoming skillful, and then they almost in a sense lose the essence of the talent because it becomes technical. Everything becomes technical, which I think that's like with skill. Like you say, like that dude's a really skilled shooter.
Yes.
He's a by the books type of shooter. Like boxing. It's like, oh, he's skillful at boxing. Yeah. But when it's like, oh no, he's talented. It's like in a way you can see them adjust mid boxing match, like, you know, even the 4th, 6th round, and like you're like, oh snap, they're changing things like as the match is going on. And like a skilled fighter, you know, it's like, okay, like I trained for this. Like if they switch up like this, and I need to do this and that. But like, you never really know what to expect from a talented boxer. And so I think a lot of people, they feel like they're not talented, and then they cater more to the talent by being skillful, losing which is, I mean, it's still good. Like they still
Yeah.
can do great things.
Now, I'm gonna throw a little caveat in there. Do being talented and skillful, um, and I know we're talking about networking in a minute, but my 2 cents, if you will, devil's advocate thing. Do you think skill and talent are the same as being gifted?
Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, I think gifted leans more towards talent, but I see too many gifted people waste it to know.
Oh, that's a whole different zip up bag
And
right
I'm
there.
like,
That's a yeah.
so it's
I see you say wasted opportunity, wasted blessings, wasted talent, wasted everything. Like
yeah. That's why I was like,
you be
it's like you got a gift.
yeah. So
Do it away. Yeah, I think that would be hard to, because honestly, I haven't seen enough gifted people. Well, I won't say I haven't seen, because I probably have, but I call them talented. But um, I think the statistic worldwide is that a lot of gifted people either get into bad situations where they can't really present it,
mhm.
or they just throw it away. I think I would rather them be in a situation where they can't become talented rather than them just throw it away. Because it's like, okay, so there was a blockade that pretty much prevented you from being great, whereas you prevented yourself from being great. And so if I had I think it leans more towards the talent side, but I think you can become skillful with your gift. But I think some people just, they're like, I think it comes from not having a teacher, honestly,
Okay, all right.
or having a great teacher who is so skillful that they can cater to talent. So it's like even a technical person will see a talent and be like, I think that I might mess him up or mess her up by trying to make them too technical. So let me just give the basics and then let them just like go crazy with it. And I was like, every single time I hear that, it sounds like an avalanche in my
Yeah,
ears.
yeah,
It's just the ice. It's just the
yeah.
ice maker. But yeah, I think.
So thinking about how talented and skilled people are in I guess the way they present themselves in their arena, so to speak, in their craft. If you have which do you pick? I guess that's what I'm trying to get. Which would you lean towards if you had a choice to pick the skilled person or the talented person? Who would have a leg up in your arena?
Ooh, me personally, I'd probably pick the talented person.
Okay.
I think sometimes they take better to. Well, it's weird because sometimes skillful people, ooh, it depends on like where their maturity lies, because talented people are very interesting, because even if they don't seem like they're taking your advice, they are. And I've noticed that. Like you'll tell them something, they're like, okay. And then they'll do it, and you're like, all right. Skillful people, or yeah, on the other hand, it's a curveball, because you might be like, hey, like instead of going for 30 body shots, do 15 body shots and then 15 headshots. And then they'll be like, all right. And then they might be like 20 body shots and 10. It's like, I asked you to do 15 and 15, not 20 and 10. So I've I've seen it more where I can mold out skillful talent, or I can mold out talent, like talented. Skillful is sometimes like, yee, you you might have to, but it comes with, because some skillful people are that skillful because they take advice so well. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you tell them like 15 body shots, 15 shots to the head, and they'll be like, okay, and they'll stick to it, and they'll keep sticking to it until you say something different. Talented people might shake it up though. They might be like, okay, now I'll try 20. Since I've done 15 three times, I'll try 20 and then 10, see how that works. And if it doesn't, I'll go back to body. But yeah, I think it lies in maturity. But I think for my area, my arena,
so this is my take because I wanted to see how you felt, and I feel probably 90% the way you do. But mine is a little bit different way of looking at it, so to speak. So I would pick talent over skill closely.
Yeah.
And it does is a case by case basis, but for the sake of this argument, talent over skill. Because skill to me, you teach like in Taekwondo. I am that's an arena that after I got my black belt, I realized it was a talent there, and it was an art and a gift and everything. But my power is in, I'm a conventional right leg power, like my jab comes without, but my left leg is the more technically profound one because I have to think about it. Every part of this move on this, and that's a skill that I had to develop. I don't like doing it. If I have to switch to my left leg being dominant or something to do with it, the reason why I say it like that is because talented people, they are teachable, but if they're not, they can get over with the talent.
Yeah.
But if they work on it and put skill towards it, then you have a gifted monster.
Yeah,
to me,
just insane.
Because they are, as a person now with y'all having kids and everything, I want you guys to be skillful. And we'll play to whatever talent you have. I'm playing to that. Because I want you to be independent of me eventually. Talented people always want to break off. A skillful person is always wanting to learn because they don't have the talent for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they could be good at it. And then, you add the caveat of hard work and blah, 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 blah. We go down there. But straight up skill and talent is always trying to break the mold of it.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to, whatever it is, they want to make it their own, make their mark, so to speak. For instance, you have like boxing. You always know. That's one of my greatest analogies. I love to but boxing was boxing before and after Muhammad Ali, before and after Floyd Patterson, before and after Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Julio Cesar Chavez, Sugar Ray Leonard, Oscar De La Hoya, Tito Trinidad. But there was no Ali Shuffle before Ali made it a shuffle. There was no rope-a-dope before Ali made it a rope-a-dope. His talent made him be something different. There was no Mike Tyson punch out before Mike Tyson.
Oh, man.
Very, very, very talented, skillful, gifted people. So straight up and down, that's why I like talent over skill.
Yeah.
Because talent is going to be able to fudge the win if it's 50-50. Wasted talent is the people that's not being able to learn. And just straight up, they want to be and leave a mark and do something different. That's what I feel. Because Joe Montana. A whole bunch of people play as quarterback, but when you talented, it just shine different.
Yeah.
And you make a mark. And that's why talent, to me, that's the definition of talent. People might think skill might on the other side that beat it out.
Because of consistency.
Yes, exactly.
They'll be like, no,
that's a great argument on the other side.
We want skill because of the consistency. Yes. We know they'll get the job done. I'm like, okay. I think
exactly
talented people learn more from failures.
Yes.
Skilled people learn from the technicalities of the failure. Talented people learn from the principle, like, you know, how it impacted, like what's going on. Not to say that talented people can't learn like this, but it's like generally from observation, it's kind of how it goes. Because it's like, you know, they're like, why didn't this work when I did it this way? And it's like, it's because, you know, you're going against someone that it just won't work against. That's just as simple as that. You know, talented person's gonna be like, dang, like I swung in the same spot twice. Maybe if I just do the same thing but swing lower, maybe I'll get them. Maybe they see it coming. Maybe I just need to change. Like, you know, this like,
yep.
And it's like they'll innovate and they might start with the same move or maneuver and then go into something completely different. And it's like, oh snap, you know. And it's like when you're pulling out skill, you're like, wow, like okay, like it stops there, but I don't have like a step before that to bridge off into. Like, where do I go from there? It's like, maybe if I take this technique and then put it there. And it's like, no, you just have to innovate. You have to figure out like, how is this gonna work coming out of this thing? But when it comes to the artistic world, or just maybe even the professional world too, in general, those two things mean almost nothing when it comes to networking.
Nothing.
It's like, because, and I only know this
absolutely nothing
because, and we've both seen it where people, I have seen people who, and this is an analogy, so I'm putting this out so I hopefully don't offend anyone that draws or anything like that, but it's like someone making a basic stick figure and they make 100K off of a job because they knew a person who knew a person, whereas this other person, like 3 doors beside them in the same neighborhood, is barely making like 10K in the next like 5 years. And so it's like, why? It's like, because and they like, and when I'm talking about like Leonardo da Vinci paintings, like they can go to town with a piece of chalk and just draw the most insane thing you've ever seen. And it's like,
and can't get a interview, nothing.
No. And it's like this dude that's just, and I'm not even talking about like in-depth stick figures, because I've seen some people do crazy things with stick figures. I'm talking about like, it's the second grade.
I used to play a game that was a karate game with stick figures.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, why am I playing this thing? But it's so cool.
Exactly.
And the stick figures. But so
slow-mo fights.
Don't don't get it twisted with 6 stick figures.
Yeah,
they still work.
Yes. But when you just, and it's like, it sucks because we don't want to say that it depends on who you know, because we want to say that it depends on hard work, but it doesn't. And it's sad to say that, because I want to say as much, because I've seen people work hard and it's like you put in so much work. It's almost as if they put in so much work that they're always in their cave, and that's why people don't see them. And then a person that barely puts in 2 minutes of their time, it's like, this is great, I'm gonna go outside. It's like, hey, everybody, look at my work. And it's like, oh my God, your work is amazing. And it's like, literally 3 doors down, there is something insane happening in that house. And they're like, we already got this guy. And I'm like, what? But the good thing is I've seen people who are both super talented and they're great at networking. And it is like one of the best feelings. I have a friend, he's I think he and his wife are going to Pittsburgh tomorrow. I'm not sure. If they hear this and they know exactly where they are, it's gonna be really funny. But I was at their house. Is actually who I picked up my hard drive from.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he had just gotten into town and he was in LA, I think. Yeah, I think he was in LA. But yeah, he's super talented. mad talented, but he's also really skillful.
Yes.
But he can switch it, and he can go from talented to skillful or skillful to talented, just at like a drop of a feather. But he's also great at networking. So he's like, I mean, he's a triple threat, and it's crazy to see it because
yes, and that's what I mean, gifted. Because when you're working and you realize, your talent, you realize what that is, and then you work on it. You work on your craft to be very skillful.
Yeah.
We call them SMEs, subject matter experts. When you are a expert or put in enough time to work on your craft to be an expert in it, then you can innovate by then. You can find out what doesn't work so many times and then switch it up, change the speed of it, change the jab, change the angle of it, change how you approach it even. Some people don't approach the situation well at all to even conquer it.
No.
You know what I mean? So I think that's where you become the student of the game.
Yeah.
You understand when to be a teacher and when to be a student and when to learn and when to be on your own, just to be self-sufficient. That's what I want all of my clan to be able to do. You make all of us stronger, but you can and are able to stand alone by yourself and survive and live and prosper. Just like it's the saying is, you want to go fast, go by yourself. You want to go far, do it in a group. And I know how to go fast. Now I have to go far because this is a marathon and not a sprint. So yeah, skill, talent, and networking. That's the gift right there.
Networking is like
that'll get you in anywhere.
There's not a single
somebody.
You
know somebody. You're in there.
You can know 3 people, and that 3 will instantly turn to 3 million in like 5 years, and it's like, how? It's just connection.
I saw a crazy. Where was I at? In the dentist. With Carson today. It's a girl who became instantly famous by sounding like Siri or Alexa.
Was it a black girl?
She looks almost a Latin.
Oh, okay.
A little bit, but I gotta look up what her name is. But I saw on Steve Harvey today, and I thought that was weird.
Yeah, it's like, I guess everyone's got a talent.
Yes.
I think some people don't chase after their talents because they don't think they're useful. They're like, this talent doesn't seem like it's a use of anything. I mean, imagine telling a photographer that, like, however many years back when it first started. Like, capturing moments is ridiculous. We're living in the present.
Exactly.
We're always looking to the future. Or it's like, you want to spend the rest of your life just taking these. They're not even, it's not even. And now, so many years later, we have IMAX. Because we know if anyone thinks that any movies could ever happen without first, like, one picture being taken, you are sadly mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
My next guest blows my mind. I'm sure she's going to do the same for you.
Steve Harvey has one of the funniest voices I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's because it's just, it. Like, it's just, you hear it.
Yeah,
like,
you hear so many. Yeah, it's one of them Steve things.
He doesn't take much. But do you have specific ways to build skill? Because, like, when I think of building talent, the only thing I can say to that is experience. Like, you just have to be in the battlefield. Like, when I was building up my photography, it was a very interesting, like, but I think if I had, honestly, had I been in a different environment with different people, I think this style would have progressed maybe quicker or different. But for where I was, it's definitely kept me humble. So shout out to shout out to Keith and Matt for holding it down, because we held it down for like 2 or 3 years strong with photography before we were all like, all right, let's go hard to paint. And then we just started doing our own thing. But yeah, it was it was not pretty. I do not like to go back and look at my old photos at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
they're. It's not like I'm like, oh my god, they're disgusting. It's just like, ugh, oh man, because it's like people trusted me to take pictures of them, and then they said they were good, and I'm like, yes, but have you seen my work now? And then they're even more impressed. I'm like, man, you're gonna love 10 years from now.
Yes, and that's it. Work on skill. So I'm on the job person. The thing that I know is people learn differently. It's some people that learn by listening. It's some people that learn by looking, wanting to see you do it. And there's some people that learn by doing it. I'm the person that learns by doing it. So as many times as I could do the wrong thing 99 times, trying to do the right thing. But once I got it, I got it.
Oh yeah.
Once I have it, I believe I have it. Now, do I have to go brush up on it with the yes? If you don't use it, you lose it type thing. Very, very true. Very true. But like riding a bike, once you have the muscle memory to realize that you know how to balance yourself on two wheels, then the fear of falling is gone.
Yeah.
So then you do stuff, and then it comes up the fear of crashing into something because you're going so fast with no brakes downhill.
Oh man.
So going back to your original question about the skillful part, I build skill by repetition and practice. As many times as I can look at that, perfect it. Now, what I've also learned in the process is being able to, like you said, go back and watch yourself.
Yeah.
Like watch it, especially with my golf swing. I was able to watch it. I'm like, oh man, it doesn't even feel like I'm doing that. Or it doesn't feel like that's how that looks. So adjust here, move here. That's a big thing. And making yourself uncomfortable. Like it used to be uncomfortable for me to speak in front of people, like everybody else. I look out there, my palms get sweaty, I'm all flush, and my voice start cracking, and you know what I'm saying?
Puberty.
Now, yeah. So, just all the practice you possibly can get in realizing what you're searching for, you're looking for. Do I want to get better at this part? Execution. Do I want to get better at being able to open? Like, how do I approach this person? But so, yeah, just on the job training.
Yeah,
on the job. That's why I'm always saying, do something, even if it's wrong.
Just go.
I don't want you to be wrong. I don't want you to, something to be detrimental where you lose everything. But sometimes that's what you need to hit rock bottom, because nothing else would do. But some people just need to, trip and be like, oh, whoa, slow down. I need to, glad I ain't fall.
Yeah.
So yeah, just repetition.
Yeah,
repetition is my thing.
And still to this day, networking.
Yes,
always will be it.
Yes. I networked into something I needed, and found another a person just because. Like, oh yeah, I like, what they said? I like your energy. You good people. I was like, that's what's up. So But I've seen so many other people today, you know, that I didn't get that from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not saying nothing less or more about me, myself, and them.
Yeah.
Just I wasn't somebody cup of tea or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't want to do nothing with me. So I appreciate that today.
Yeah. That's that. That's
it.
skill, talent, and networking. I feel like later on down when the vine grows bigger, we'll probably talk about it again.
Yes. Oh, most definitely. Because it has to come up again, because that's we know too many skillful individuals, even in here. Like, somebody's gonna listen to it and bring up something. Hopefully, that's what I pray, that somebody listen to it and bring up some kind of question to come back in here, to go back to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why'd y'all bring up Kit Kats?
Yeah, food for thought. Whatever it is. Whatever. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I forgot about that. That's what's up. So yes,
I can't even remember if it was in this one or the last one.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Heck yeah. Cool.